Bitch, I changed the rule. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure. This my kingdom, nigga. Stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth, and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your house like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. New era, I got y'all. Real again, we pop off. No knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move.
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Test, test, test. Testing, testing, testing. Testing testicles. Testing, testing, testing. Testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 1463 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busses, hustlers, and ye all hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode as always. Welcome back to the Gain Train. Welcome back to the Mancast. Hashtag 7 Pillars again because I felt like it, because it just felt that juicy. It felt that juicy, and we have a very authentic 7 Pillars. You know, once we get 7 Pillars on the board, it's really hard to bring it back down. You know what I mean? It's really hard to bring it back from 7 Pillars just because it looks so good up on the board. It looks so nice. I just don't want to take it away. I just don't want it to go away. I want to keep it around. So I do. And that's that. How are we doing, Beaches? What's going on? What's good? Hello, hello, hello. 7 Pillars, no dirty dicks. No dirty dicks indeed. No dirty dicks indeed. What are you smashing today? What's the good word? How many of you caught today's nuts on chin? Did you catch today's NOC? We're going to get into just the tip in just a second. Check the quote at the bottom of the screen and use that hashtag 7 Pillars. Envy is a product of inaction. Get off your ass and fucking do it. Get off your fucking ass. That's some good fucking advice. Get off your ass and do it. Get off. If you're, and this is something that I'm going to cover in a video tomorrow, and I've covered the video before. The video that I'm going to post tomorrow is something that I've covered before, but it got kicked up again for some fucking reason in the news. I don't know why it's going viral again, but I will cover it again. And a couple people have already made videos about it, but I'm going to cover it and add my ball bags to the mix. Always got to add the ball bags, you know, just because other people make videos on something. It's like, no, this one needs some sack. It needs some extra salt, a little salt. You know, you can't just have a bunch of videos. It's not done. The topic's not covered officially. The topic is not covered until Papa Swolio drops a ball bag. So I don't care who's made a video on it. Until I've dropped sack, it's still fresh. It's still breaking news until I finish the job. until I finish the fucking sack. The sack cap. It's called a sack cap. I got to cap it off. Got to top it off. That's how we do. That's how we do. How many of you caught the Procast? So some of you have watched the video already, the Nuts on Chin today. Katie Burke caught the foodie beauty grossness, but definitely got the wonderful, sweaty, and salty nuts on my chin for sure. Yeah. Get that salty sack. Get that salty sack, biche. Papa, that video was just disgusting. It almost killed me when I heard what she said and how she looks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the guy wanted. Yeah, he probably wants me anyway. Man, that guy's got standards, huh? That guy has got some standards. Not high ones, but he's got some standards. Yeah. Laying it all on the line, going all in. He's going all in. Oh, hope he's got a back brace. I'm telling you, people, that video today, it was literally pillar one through and through. It was legit as community as it gets. You know, you're surrounding yourself, and I got a couple comments. We'll actually just get into it with the tip, but you know, a lot of people definitely didn't get or some people, no, come on. How many times am I ever going to say everyone got the message? Not a lot of people, not everyone. Most of the subscribers and stuff in the Swole fam, of course. But someone was saying just because someone gets Taco Bell or eats pizza doesn't make them a shitty person. You missed the point. If that's what you got from it, that, oh, if you eat pizza, you're a shitty person, that's not the real message. It's not the pizza. It's not the Taco Bell that makes you a shitty person. That's going to make your underwear, that's going to make your undergarments poopy. But it's not going to make you a shitty person. It's the concept. It's you are obese. You're morbidly obese, and you're surrounding yourself with people that are like perpetuating this. She's talking about depression. And whoever that fucking dude is on his phone, like blowing lint off the screen. Doesn't give a fuck. She's talking about being depressed, and they're just eating pizza, and he's texting and shit. It's some fucked up shit. And when you think about the timeline, she did all those 4 videos. Let's get into the tip. Let's fucking get into the tip. She did all 4 of those videos within a week. And like I mentioned in the video, my video, that it's not the only time she's eating. She did that 4 times in the week plus everything else she's eating. Maybe she had more Taco Bell. Maybe she had fucking spaghetti. Maybe she ate 6 sandwiches. I don't fucking know. I don't know what she's fucking doing, but she's not only eating those times. She's making a ton of other decisions. Yeah, let's all get offended by Adele's weight loss. Dana, love the Procast. If you watch the Procast, make sure you drop a comment. A lot of you probably watched the Procast but didn't leave a comment because on the back end, because inside Swole TV, we don't have a like feature. We're not doing likes. You got to drop a comment, all right? You can't hit the like button. I wish you could. So a comment is letting me know that you saw it. A comment is letting me know that you liked the video. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you go and check that out. Make sure you go and drop a comment there. If you liked it, drop in, say loved it. Even if you don't want to write any kind of questions or stuff. And plus, if you watch the Procast, make sure that you drop, if you have a question or a topic that maybe you want covered or you want to go in a little bit more depth in an upcoming episode, just drop a comment, drop a question down there. That's the place to do it. I was super stoked with the Procast. It was so much fun. I mean, there's so many more coming. We already have another one. Episode 5 is dropping on Monday. I know, right? Gina, all this salty sack YouTube is going to start retaining some serious fluid. Why do all the mukbangers have the table up to their armpits? I guess it's easier to shovel in the food. Yes, probably that. And plus it covers their fat bodies. You know, I mean, maybe it's just their tripods. It's gross, whatever. Who the fuck knows? Good point. It probably is. It's probably that look to get the face and the food. It makes it look like there's more food because it's higher up to the face. Wow, the food's piled all the way up, you know? If your face is just kind of peeking over a bunch of donuts, makes for a good thumbnail. It's marketing. It's marketing if you get someone to click on your thumbnail, if you get someone to watch through the beginning of the video. That's why the nuts on chin are so fucking awesome at the beginning. It's like, here, boom, it's going to be a fucking wild ride. It's going to be a fun time. Join us. Step inside. I should do Daily Swole. I should bring it up so my beard is just like underneath. Hello, looks like a talking head. talking head for the Mancast. I wait on the edge of my seat for Tess Hornaday's cameos. Oh. Papa will tell you, you got to see the vid. Siobhan, what video? What video are we talking about? The same one? Like I mentioned, I have to still upload the previous ones. They're available on YouTube. They're still available on YouTube, and they're going to stay on YouTube, but I'm going to also compress them and upload them before. So they're on the Swole Enormous channel. And then they'll be in Swole TV soon. But that's what I mentioned, I think, yesterday or the day before. I said that the later episodes or the earlier episodes will be uploaded in there shortly. Alex, what do you think of YouTube's comment update? You mean the app, how you have to expand to get into the comments? I love it. I think it's great. I think it's a big reason for a lot of more exposure for channels. And because it encourages people to watch another video, it encourages people to check out more content rather than push people into bullshit comments. And then people that leave comments will go and leave a comment. I think you get more, I don't want to say you get more legit comments. I think it filters through the people that want the easiest form of, it gets people that actually want to comment. A lot of people might just comment like poop or something stupid, really, really stupid, just because it's right there. And the comment thing is right there to go. But these people are just, they don't really care anyway. So they'll just go into another video or they'll watch another video. And then if they really want to comment, it just puts a subtle barrier to be like, hey, if you want to go into the comments here, I think that makes more sense. I think it's a better look. I've never asked a question and received an answer on this live. Goddamn waste of time. Well, you just made a comment and wasted everyone's fucking time. So everyone, give a little high five to MH. If you have a question, you could ask. You cunt. You cunt ask me in that comment. You can now. I'm waiting. Little bitch, ask a fucking question. Why do you make a comment instead of asking a question? It's always those jabronis that do that. You never answer my questions. And that's the comment that I see. It's like, well, you just lost your chance to fucking, I get hundreds of them in my DMs. That always happens. It's like, don't ask to ask. Or you know what also? I'll get a message or something where it says, can I ask you a question? I'm not going to come back. I'm going through hundreds and hundreds of messages. It's so funny. So funny. It's like, well, can I ask you a question? Sure, but I'm not going to see it now probably. What's up, Jason? Welcome to the Swole fam. Welcome to the podcast. All right, let's get into today's Just the Tip, you sons of beaches. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Get some coffee. And we are going in. So today's video was on Foodie Beauty, and it was titled The Dark Side of Mukbangs with Foodie Beauty. And this is someone that I covered, I think like last week, maybe like a week or two ago, within the last 2 weeks. And this is a woman, I don't know her entire backstory, but this is another mukbang channel. But she honestly seems to be one of the people. She's not someone who works out. She's not someone who exercises. She's not someone that takes care of herself. She's not a fitness channel that extreme, has this issue with exercise bulimia. She is someone who really needs to change for her health, like her imminent health. So, and she seems to be one of the people that really does eat garbage the most. Like she really does eat this all the time. It's not just like a 10,000 calorie challenge. She'll just eat pizza several times a week. She'll eat fast food several times a week. So today's video was really a message towards her and her audience and anyone that's watching this video that might get suggested this video that is maybe a supporter of hers that we can shake out of their fucking zombie state and get some inspiration in their fucking lives. So let's see, Blue Suede Blades. I really hope she watches this. She needs to hear it. Plus, it's probably as close to a sack as she's going to get until she makes some changes and finds a new attitude. I think she needs to, this is something where health is an extreme, like it's on the brink, legit on the brink. Let's see. So if you saw today's video, drop a comment. Hold on, let me come back here. Ta-da. Oh shit, I just opened up some other windows. Hold on a second. What am I doing? What the fuck did I do? Jen, I wish more people understood the correlation between our gut biome and mental health. People just want instant gratification and pleasure. By listening to Papa Swole, I learned more about myself and food. I know that eating shitty processed food wrecks me physically and mentally. And this is a question that I asked during the video. I asked if anyone has had amazing experiences. Anyone that's had an experience with depression, anyone that's had an experience with a change in mood since eating healthier. Because I don't want to just fucking rant in the videos. I want there actually to be some feedback where it's not just me saying it. Because it's one thing for me to say it. It's one thing for me to say, hey, you should eat better. Hey, you should make better food choices. Hey, you should take care of your health. It's one thing if I say it, but it's another thing if you have 100 or 200 people in the comments saying, he's absolutely right. When I cleaned up my nutrition, I stopped having these kinds of bouts of depression. Sometimes I get them once in a while, but I don't need as much medication now. Or I'm managing my life a lot better. I feel so much better. I have so much more energy. I have so much more clarity. Seeing it from many, many people makes a massive difference. Seeing it from more people and not just hearing it out of the bearded horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's important to get perspective from your community. And even if you're not a part of the Swole, you're not a member, it's your peers. It's people that are all working hard together that you are surrounding yourself with. That's what community is. It doesn't have to be something you pay for. Community is something, it's just your choice. It's what you do with your environment. It's how you shape your environment, who and what you surround yourself with. Are you reading good things? Are you listening to good things? Are you hanging out with good people? It helps with your choices. And that's the problem with today's video, or the video that I posted that of her making. When you're around someone, whether it's her husband or boyfriend, you're around people that just encourage this shit, you're missing the fucking point. You're missing the fucking point. It's not about, people just don't understand the link with food. I mean, drop in the comments right now how your psychological state has improved when you have changed your nutrition, done an elimination diet. Doesn't even have to have been an elimination diet. Maybe you cut out certain foods and you feel better. Maybe you lost weight and you feel better. Just drop in the comments right now. We can continue the conversation because it's always applicable. It's always applicable. All right, MH. Shot at redemption. I asked a very valid question. When? I am bedbound and afraid of losing muscle. I asked him for what to do. I mean, you're going to lose muscle. When did you ask this question? Where? You're going to lose muscle. You're going to lose muscle. I never ignore questions. If I don't see your question, okay? But don't be fucking rude. I'm under no obligation to answer anything that you type, okay? I'm happy to. So, to answer your question, you're bedbound but afraid of losing muscle. What does that mean? Does that mean, are you paralyzed? I mean, I'm sorry to hear that. But what's limited? You're bedbound. Can you move your arms? You're bedbound. Can you move your, like, what's the situation? Because if you're not exercising, you're going to lose muscle. It's a fact. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. You could be afraid of losing muscle all you want, or you can work on meditation, maybe some mobility, maybe some breathing exercises. Meditation can get you more results in the rest of your life. Meditation and reading and educating yourself, that will get you more results than just a little time period maybe where you lose muscle. Muscle will come back. But just because you're afraid of losing muscle doesn't mean you're going to keep it anymore. You're going to lose it if you don't exercise. If you're not able to train, you're going to lose muscle. Are you going to lose all your muscle? Maybe. You're always going to have some muscle. It's just going to get very atrophied. How long are you going to be bedridden? If it's a year, you're going to lose a significant. Of course you are. It's kind of a silly question, to be honest. But you can give some more context in the comments. All right. So we'll call it neutral. We'll call it even. Just give some more context. Don't be a jabroni. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a jabron. let's get into a couple more. Let's get into a little more context with today's video, shall we? And if you want to follow up with a little bit more, I'm happy to go into that topic a little detailed. But I really want to read some more comments from today's video because I think it's very important. Okay. Kayla P. I can definitely attest to improved mental health as a result of proper nutrition. I dealt with depression and anxiety for a few years and took medication to combat those things, but the symptoms still lingered. After I decided to take my health seriously and lose weight, the change in my mood, self-esteem, and confidence was almost instant. I no longer take medication and have seen so many more results just by changing my diet, meal prepping, exercising, etc. I've stuck to this lifestyle change since January and have lost almost 50 pounds. Fuck yeah, good for you. Epic. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's the reality. That's the reality of where you get your fuel. After I decided to take my health seriously, the change in my mood and self-confidence was almost instant. I no longer take medication. I have seen so many more results just by changing my diet, meal prepping, the pillars, the fundamentals, your habits, the basics. Kayla started fucking doing the basics. Shocker that she got results. Now, it doesn't mean that if you start meditating and eating better that you're going to be off your medication. But a lot of you that are still taking it, you might just take less. It's better to take less. One, it's cheaper for you. It's better for your body. And you just use everything as a tool. Everything is a tool. But ideally, you want to handle shit yourself. You don't want to be dependent on medication financially and just physiologically. Hamster, I hope the delivery man is doing well in his recovery.
Yow.
That's a fun good one. You have to watch the video for context. SJ Callie, are you ever going to talk about something beneficial? I don't care about all these people eating food. People could say the same about you and your immature, you spelled "you're" wrong, jabroni, and your immature channel talking about balls and nuts on chins. You're really narrowing your demographic with all that nonsense. That was funny when I was like 14. Well, I don't think anyone here is 14 years old, so SJ Callie, you sound a little salty. A little salty.
Come on, stop whining.
Stop being a fucking baby. You deserve some sack on your chin. You deserve a little salty sack. SJ Callie gets some sack. Emily, I've been eating fairly healthfully for a few years now, but within the past 5 to 7 months especially, I've gone that extra mile and really eaten as healthfully. Is that a word? Healthfully? Healthily? Healthfully. I like it. As I possibly can. I've never used it in that way. I've noticed that I feel emotionally better. I have struggled with depression for a few years, and this helps a lot. And physically, even if I'm not eating more, just eating better had made me feel more energized. It also decreases any desire you had for bad food completely. I've never been better, all thanks to proper nutrition. Good for you, Emily. Good for you. Gorilla. Gorilla potty. Y'all. All right. Good shit. Good shit. Another. Alex P. I struggle with depression since I was 15. I'm in my early 30s now and gained so much weight when I met my husband a few years ago. We got comfy. I've lost over 20 pounds in the past couple of months and I'm continuing to lose weight, but I did notice a huge difference in my mental health. My depression didn't just magically disappear, but it's gotten a hell of a lot better since I started working out and taking care of my body. I'm glad I found your channel and thanks for the huge sweaty sack. I can't wait for more. Yow.
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 Everyone loves that sweaty ball bag. That's right. You ask and you shall receive. So thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. I don't think Alex is 14. You can't marry when you're 14, right? Jenny's in recovery on YouTube. You get extra watch time from me just because of that unicorn. Fucking little beesh. That little beesh. That little beesh. Yow. Martina Nowak. Talking about depression, I was dealing with it for 3 years and I began recovering earlier this year because I started exercising and going out on daily walks and stopped eating packaged foods and fast food. Now, 5 months after, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Now, if I do eat that type of food, I know I'm not eating it to feel better, but I'm also choosing foods that will give me actual energy when I'm out with friends. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Getting that shit done. Good for you, Martina. Barbara B. I completely agree with your points. I have lost 160 pounds in the past 2 years, and my mental health has majorly improved. My energy has improved, motivation, stamina, overall outlook on life. Being morbidly obese is not body positivity as I once believed with that movement, because now I believe body positive means loving the body you are in. And if you actually love your body, you take care of it. Thank you for continuing to post videos that inspire me, and I am continuing to strive for my goals one day at a time. These fucking gorillas just add so much depth. It's our gorilla team. Nia Jabari, I take offense. Taco Bell is fire and sweatpants in public is cool. They're warm and it gets cold. Fuck you, man. And if this was a joke because Nia has like 10 emojis and laughing emojis. I didn't read it. I wanted to. People are like, man, people are dicks. Taco Bell is fire. It was fire when I was like 12. I mean, the last time I had it was like probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and it was a huge mistake. It was like a road trip. And I was like, fuck it. I had a little bit. Oh, God. It was like a reminder. It was a while ago. D2H, my brain feels lighter and more clear. I feel like my vision got better. Honestly, I feel like a superhuman since I started the elimination diet. Fuck yeah. Christy McNulty, when I started experimenting with my diet more and eating better, my depression and anxiety got way better. I'm so much happier now than I've ever been. I've also lost 65 pounds. I do keto and ADF. What is that? AD, alternate day fasting. Is that what that is? It's just fucking abbreviations. Like ADF, I'm like the anti-defamation. I was like ADL? No, okay. The Anti-Defamation Force or something. God, fucking acronyms. For anyone that's curious. So good for you. Good for you, Christy. Fire. Lil Upset, you are spot on about the people you surround yourself with. I have been clean from drugs and alcohol for almost 2 years now. So good for you. And I've never felt better. I'm finally taking care of my body, and also keeping negative influences out of my life was a huge part of my recovery. I've noticed that food and drug addiction are almost identical. Can I repeat that for someone, just from someone who's actually experienced it? Because I've never had addictions with drugs or, food in that sense. I've noticed that food and drug addiction are almost identical. No one can change until that person either hits their rock bottom, whatever that may be, sometimes death, or they want it bad enough that they would do anything to fix their life. So good for you. Good for you. And I appreciate that comparison, because I think a lot of people underestimate how strong a tie is between food and those same addictive properties. So your thoughts, you could drop those comments down below. Oh my God. That was good. So drop it down below if you agree, or if you have had similar experiences. That's up to you. That's personal information, but it's pretty well understood that the same addictive behaviors, these are just habits that you build. These are just habits that your body has adapted to, and you just got to change your environment. Curtis Knight, 1 year off depression meds. Started by cutting out sugary soda and running on the treadmill until I decided to try out the weights. Within a few months, my head was so much clearer and didn't feel the need for meds anymore, and weaned off of them. Diet and exercise is everything. Fuck yeah, it is. Good for you. All right. And that about wraps it up for the tip. So let's get into some fucking knowledge cock. Let's take some questions, and reminder that 7 Pillars is the Swole card for today. There's that sexy beach, Tess Hornaday. Follow her on Instagram. 7 Pillars for the sexy beach. Look at that. Look at that sexy beach. Look at that ass. Look at that ass. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I got some coffee in my beard. Delish. Fucking delicious. So let's see some of the comments. Let's go into some of this. Let's see here. All right, let's see. I wanted to follow up with I figured MH was going to follow up. Let's see. I'm almost paralyzed from the waist down. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, I was just looking for some kind words. Never mind. Well, I think you're ready for, I mean, that's the truth. I mean, you're looking for kind words. You came in pretty hot, so we'll understand that. But how long, like, is this something, again, is this something that's temporary? You could be paralyzed. I mean, is this something that can come back? Is this something that you're, obviously, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to follow up with this whole conversation if you're still in the chat, but at the same time, if your upper body is able to work, we do have, like, for example, it exists. I'm not saying you have to join Swole Enormous X, but we have chair yoga. So for example, if you are bedridden, there are things you can do. You could do upper body exercises. You can do things with bands. You can do everything. I mean, there are people that barely have, you've seen them on Instagram, right? You've seen the people that have no legs, like they were just born without, below the, like, maybe above the knee or below the knee, and the guy barely has 2 fucking arms and no hands, and he's still lifting and doing stuff. You've seen these exceptionally inspirational videos on Instagram and stuff, and you see these people and they're doing it. Now it might look like, that's a waste of time. You're doing the best that you can with what you have, and you're not letting it slow you down. And if it's something that you're interested in doing, it's a great form of discipline, and it's great for everyone. And if you're disfigured from birth or you're in an accident, it's still up to you to come back, and to, whether you pity yourself or you do the best that you can with your opportunities. And it's not always easy, but that's why you can go inside, you can go internal, you can go deep with meditation, you can go and do all the isometric and band exercise and stuff with your upper body. You can read and get tons. You can do so much today. And of course, I can't personally relate because I do have the use of my limbs, and thankfully so. But the fact that you can do this, like, what if I didn't? I mean, this is a podcast. This is a show. I don't have to, like, right now, no joke, I wouldn't have to be able to move my leg, and I would still do the Daily Swole, and I would still be here doing some shit. So you can still have a successful business. You could do so much stuff online. So you don't have to be, you could be inspirational to others. You can start your own podcast and your journey back to walking, or you can do the, maybe call it the Walking Someday, not the Walking Dead, but like the Walking Someday podcast, or, One Step at a Time podcast. I mean, these are great. Sorry, I'm trying to go into like branding mode. Just a One Step at a Time podcast, and you can just document your everyday and your conviction to one day walking again. I mean, these are like things that you can do to inspire yourself. And are you gonna be able to maintain all the muscle, maybe in your upper body to an extent, right? I mean, it depends on how quickly you're able to move and do stuff, or if you're just permanently paralyzed, and you might still be like post whatever injury or whatever you're dealing with. So you might just not be able to exert pressure on your body, period. But you can still you can be inspirational to yourself, and being inspirational to others, it cycles back. So a lot of the shit that I do when I'm fucking getting on everyone's case, when I'm saying stop being a fucking biche, that's also my internal voice. It's not like I run around just yelling at people all fucking day. I don't run around being like, you fucking pussy, stop being a fucking jabroni. These are the things that I tell myself, so I keep going. And this is just like the outward, I'm just turning it outwards and spraying like the internet with my own internal voice. That's pretty much what it is. That's pretty much what all this is, to summarize. It's my internal psychopath that I'm just sharing with everyone. And he's crazy. He's a crazy boy. He's a crazy monkey. So anyway, are we talking to me? Do I have any stories for context on how to clean up your community? Have you ever had anyone who wasn't beneficial to your success? Yeah, anyone that's not in my circle right now. And that's not an insult to anyone that I haven't talked to in a while, but I'm not really looking to add more shit. I don't talk all the time to people, even my inner circle. I'm really focused on my shit. And if you're really focused on your shit, you have limited time. I do a lot of things. So my stories, I mean, I practice what I preach with that regard. And to a lot of people, it might seem antisocial. To a lot of people, it might seem rude, or it might seem uncommunicative. But I communicate very well with people in my inner circle, and the people that matter the most to me, and the people that are most important to what I am and who I am as a person. So communication is very important. But if you're around shitty people, it's your fault because you're allowing that in. And your environment is something that you can control. And that's why pillar number one is community. It's mowing your lawn. It's your environment. And I always talk about it. I say community because people can relate. If I say environment, it's like, okay, what's your surroundings? But community, surroundings, environment, that's all pillar number one. Who and what you surround yourself with. What are you listening to? What are you watching? Who are you spending time with? What's in your area, right? What's in your personal space? Who's in your circle? And there are some people that just really sell all their time or just give it away and waste their time listening and commiserating with other people's problems, listening to people complain, having long discussions because the other person is bored. A lot of people wasted time in the quarantine. A lot of people wasted their fucking time just commiserating with other coworkers or, like just not exercising, not eating healthy. People just use that as an excuse to gain quarantine 15. People took it as a vacation. And I do understand that the past month or two has been really crazy for a lot of people. But at the same time, that's a transitionary period. That's a period in which you have to fucking grab the reins and take advantage of. Otherwise, you're going to get run the fuck over. And my fear, and we talked about in the Procast, and that's more for this kind of content. We'll kind of, I'll kind of push that aside. So, that's kind of stuff that we go more into in the Swolenormous Procast. But just people's psychology going into this, I feel like everything opening back up, I feel like this is going to have another wave in the winter. This is going to be a little bit of like a repeat in history. And I think people are going to get even more screwed because they didn't take advantage of the time in the past couple months to transition their businesses, to transition their lives, to really get used to a new normal. They were kind of treading water and waiting for things to go back. And if you don't take advantage, if you're not proactive, you're going to get run the fuck over and left behind. And then you're really going to be miserable. You're really going to be vulnerable. And then you're going to be in a worse position than when you started. And it's just not necessary. Go power, go. Hey, Swole, what's most important? What is more important, eating enough calories or eating quality? I used to eat 2,200 calories a day of whatever, but then switched to eating higher quality food and now eating 1,200 calories. Well, that's a little calorie intake. You need to eat, if you're an adult person, you need to eat more fucking food. 1,200 calories is dog shit in terms of volume. That's really low. So I don't know anything about you. And neither is more important. They're both important. But if you want to really, we're talking quantity, like quantity versus quality. I say quality. If I had to choose which is more important, I say quality. But in terms of energy balance and things like, you still need enough of it. You can eat, hey, I ate a really good meal. You ate 500 calories a day. You're going to fucking die eventually. You're just malnourished. So we're talking like which one's better, which one's more important, like by a sliver. Psychologically, it makes all the difference. It's more important for people to recognize that quality is more important than quantity from a perspective standpoint. So they're fundamentally focused on what foods they're choosing, elimination diet. But we're talking like a number one, number two, quantity is right behind. It's not like, oh, quantity doesn't matter. Eat as much as you want. Eat 10,000 calories of healthy food. It's gonna be a lot harder for you to do that, but you're still gonna gain weight and it's still not gonna be good for you. So I talk about it being more important from a conceptual standpoint because I do believe it is more important, but it's not like we're talking like a small margin in terms of the philosophical approach to your nutrition. That's where it's more important. But in terms of like, everyone's going to be different. Some people need to really manage their quantity. Some people really need to manage how many calories and track it and shit like that. And if you're the kind of person that wants to track every last thing, fine. But really, once you kind of do that a couple times, you have a good idea when you're eating real food, your proper hunger mechanisms and all those responses and how your true hunger actually, it allows you to actually eat more naturally. You'll feel hungry when you're actually hungry. So your body will actually get better with that. So I don't count my calories right now. I know when I know by the way I look, the way I feel, if I need to eat more, eat less. I'm just not interested in measuring the shit. I've just kind of over time figured out about how much my body needs and how I feel. And then I just eat that and it's been fine. It's because I don't personally have specific goals where I want to gain a pound of muscle. I want to lose it. Like, I don't care about that kind of stuff. For me, it's more performance. So I go by how I feel. And if I need to carb up a little bit, I'll have a sweet potato or some white rice or something in addition. Or if I feel like I need more veggies, I'll have that. Or if I want just to eat less all day, or if I want to eat earlier in the day, I play around with how I feel. But at the same time, my food choices don't change. You see what I'm saying? So those little nuances, oh, hey, do I want to eat at 3 o'clock or 8 o'clock? That's not the most important thing for me as it is. I'm still making the same food choices. I'm still eating my fuel. I'm still getting my octane. The way it looks day to day might change. Maybe I fast. Maybe I just want to have bone broth. Maybe I don't want to eat anything today. Maybe I just drink some coffee or just water all day. Or maybe I have 2 meals, 2 small meals. Maybe I have 3. Maybe I have 1. Maybe I just eat and graze for 4 or 5 hours. So that kind of depends for me. But I still make the better choices. I still eat my fuel. That's a good question. It's a good question. Let's see here. Citrine, I meditated today, took a walk, and now enjoying my fam. Yeah, you are. Looks just like me. We're talking kettlebells or something? What are we talking about today? James Harkness started the elimination diet on Monday, and my acne is already clearing up. Good for you. Good shit. Josh, yes, the second wave should come after everything opens up. I mean, it seems like it will no matter what. Seems like it will no matter what. Just trying to catching up on some comments. I feel like I missed some from earlier. Let's see. Melissa Perez. Gluten and sugar for sure cause me depression and mood swings. It's a tough addiction. When I'm on the Swolenormous elimination diet, I feel like a different person, energetic, no pain, happier. Good for you. Shiroya Kuma. Apologies if I butchered the pronunciation. I used to eat a lot of garbage food when I was with my ex, like pizza, pasta, and other stuff. So after I broke up with her, I didn't eat garbage food anymore. Papa, you can't believe how good I feel. I can believe it. I can believe it. But once you see that black and white, once you have that night and day where you actually experience, that's kind of the perspective people need. It's kind of the perspective that people really need, is they need to have that feeling. And it's hard to explain. I think it's hard to explain what people feel once they do an elimination diet. So for those of you that have done an elimination diet, for those of you that have had that change and had that benefit and seen the difference, it's hard to relate that to other people. That's why when I talk about this kind of stuff in nutrition, it's hard to be like, it's so good. I mean, that's why I go so hard in this mukbang shit. That's why I go so hard with the whole foodie beauty thing today with the depression. It's because I know I felt it myself, and members all the time, those of you that are doing it, you tell me all the time, and you tell each other all the time. And when I ask for the comments on the YouTube video, in the comments, there are so many comments that reflect it. So for people that have actually felt these benefits, it's just so obvious, and it's hard. You can never go back to believing or to thinking the way that you did before. You can never just go and eat that crap food because you know you're responsible. Because then you see and you feel, right? You go and you have a pizza and then you feel like crap afterwards and low mood and sluggish, and your face breaks out, and you know that you were to blame. You know better, or you knew better. You know. And because you know, and you know better because you've done it, and then you get the responsibility. You take responsibility by default, because you knew that when you did the elimination diet a year ago, that the dairy or the gluten in this pizza fucks you up, but you made that decision anyway, and it did fuck you up, didn't it, stupid? And that's like your internal voice, and you realize that direct correlation, and you're not blaming some outside entity. You realize in that moment that you are the only one to blame because you had that knowledge, you had that information, and you still made that choice. And then you might regret it. Okay, so you make the changes and you make the better choice next time. It's great to have that perspective. It's great to have that perspective. One of the huge problems with food addiction, in this country is the fact that it's so easily accessible, that it's fucking everywhere. And I think one of the best ways that people can overcome this is just by ordering food, by having someone else deliver it and making those choices at home once you've eaten, making those choices objectively. You're not in the supermarket going through the fucking aisles. You're not seeing the end caps. You're not seeing the buy one, get one free. You have someone else do your shopping. You order it objectively. You order the foods you need to order, period. Supermarkets, these types of advertising, it's going to get crazy online because if you're ordering food online, those end caps don't exist anymore. You're going to see little digital ads. And as people get more and more numb to digital ads, they're going to order those things less. You can make a lot of better health choices by ordering your food, by not being in that marketing maze of a supermarket. What up, Josh? Cutting out all garbage food and alcohol after losing 70 pounds is literally is night and day. Eating great and staying active now. Good shit. Wendy, the difference is so dramatic. 7 pilas. We're talking octanes. Oscar, elimination diet is so great. It's like putting 93 octane versus 83 octane in your car. And you guys are arguing about, there's more energy from it. You nerds. Science nerds. Oh, coffee in the beard. Citrine, my mom manages her diabetes by doing online Amazon grocery shopping way before quarantine. I think it's a great strategy. Or curbside pickup. You order online, then you drive up, they put the food in your car, and you leave. And that way you're never going through, because if you're hungry and you're looking at all those, right? You're looking at that strawberry ring cake, that nasty fucking shit that what's her name was eating recently on the channel that I covered, that strawberry ring cake. Oh, was that her? No, that was someone else. That was, what was the other one? Healthy or not healthy, Jesus. Hungry fat chick or some, I don't know. They all blend together. They're all hungry and they're all fat. I forget who's who. But you make those shitty choices. You make those shitty choices. Because it's advertising. It's marketing in the supermarket. They're marketing on the end caps. They're marketing with the buy one, get one free. They're marketing with the location, with the colorings. If you're just getting the bags and you get home, you make better choices. Why I drink a lot of bone broth? Oh, it's great. Collagen, glycine, proline, if I'm not mistaken. It's great for your intestines. It's great for your gut. It's amazing. I would just recommend making your own. I've never drank the store-bought. I don't know if I've ever had store-bought bone broth, so I can't speak for that. I mean, I'm sure there are reputable brands, but I guess depends on what else they put in them. I don't like a lot of the flavorings. I don't like all the spices. I don't like making a whole stew. I just like having the bone broth, and I put some Celtic sea salt, and then I just have it. I don't want any like pepper or garlic and shit like that. I just like salt. Let's get into some Swole Fam action. Got a couple really good posts, and this one starts off fucking hard hitting, and this is a huge testament to the Swole Fam. This is a huge testament to the Swole Fam, and really just an important topic that we don't talk enough about. And I just want to welcome this individual to the Swole Fam, and I think it was a great post, and the Swole Fam turned out in droves with tons of support, and I think it's an important thing that should be addressed, because one of the beautiful things I want to reiterate about Swolenormous X and the Swole Fam is just that we have, we have so many backgrounds. I mean, drop in the comments how old you are, just like from an age standpoint, if you don't mind. I mean, look, I can't control whether or not you lie, but how old are you? And of course, I don't think we have any 14-year-olds watching. If you are, what the hell are you doing here? Go watch the Disney Channel. But if you are 14 years old, I don't think anyone here is 14. That's what I was looking for in the comments, right? So all these people, everyone here loves nuts on chin. So according to that comment, you have to be 14 to talk about PP and ball sacks and stuff. We got everyone here at 23, 38, 48. Everyone here loves a sack. All right. We love the sack and the knowledge cock. They're analogies for getting slapped with a dick of truth. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of backgrounds, male, female, fucking people here that are like 15. All right. No. Earmuffs. Earmuffs. You shouldn't be here. It's not my fault. 64, 20, 45, 33. So all ages, races, locations. So your age, sex, location, right? Male, female, Europe, Asia, everyone from all different, everyone here. So the Swole fam, just the amazing aspect that we have people from every experience, people that have been in the fitness industry and training for 20 years, people that are brand new, morbidly obese, very skinny, recovering from eating disorders, let's say overeating, recovering from eating disorders, undereating and anorexia. So there's a lot, everyone, every walk of life, part of the Swole fam and watching here and stuff. So another one that we don't talk enough about, and this is just real important, straight shit that, a lot of people deal with today. Hey guys, create a new Facebook for this because I'm not randomly out and about considering my identity. I'm a trans dude, and after some serious near-death health issues when I was a teen young adult, health was always a huge aspect of my life. After about a year on hormones, though, and starting to see my weight distribution readjusting, I'm getting discouraged with the current COVID situation not letting me work out at my normal routine, and cutting calories has been a beesh. So, new member, I don't know if anyone is in a similar situation or has been, but you're not alone. I've been lurking posts for the past few days, and you're all pretty damn awesome. So I thought this was an awesome post, and I just wanted to publicly welcome to the Swole fam and drop some gorillas. And it just goes to show that even when you're putting sack on chin, we accept everyone, and there's a big difference between acceptance for being average and accepting that you can get more out of yourself, and accepting that you can do better, and accepting that there are changes in your life that you have to handle, taking personal responsibility and accountability, and stepping the fuck up. So much respect for being here. Welcome to the Swole fam. And I thought that was a great post. So, again, age, race, sexuality, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And as much gay black female loving the straight white male. There you go. Hey. So, what's, yeah, it's when you're focused on the right things, those details don't matter. What I really am humbled by is just the fact that every single, and tell me if I'm mistaken, but every single fitness personality, every single person that is following this, or not here, I only reword that, but all these fitness personalities and people that have fitness programs and products or influencers, like anyone that's in fitness that has a community online, it seems like everyone is either you're in like the bodybuilding scene, or you're in the weight loss scene, or you're a female and you have all female people following you, or you're male and you have young boys that want to build muscle, or guys are just into bodybuilding. It seems like every single fitness entity out there is missing the fundamentals, which is why they don't have a wide breadth of their community. They're not going deep enough. You know what I mean? They don't go deep enough with their perspectives. They don't go deep enough or foundational enough. 7 pillars. Again, when you go deep enough, that's what she said. Y'all. When you go deep enough, it doesn't matter. All those other details on the surface doesn't matter. The exercise selection doesn't quite matter as much. How many reps you do doesn't quite matter so much. It's just, there's a lot of things that they do matter, but in terms of what you're focused on, you get more results by focusing on the fundamentals. So it's very interesting. I just wanted to give a shout out. That's a testament to all of you and reflective of this post. So I liked it. So Evie, so I want to do the 90-day dash, but I don't have any weights. How can I modify it to start at home? Any suggestions would be great. You can swap out for Swollen 7s. I would do the Swollen 7 mobility. I would do the Swollen 7 mobility workouts and yoga. And you might just have to double up a little bit more. You can also use some you're going to have to, I mean, obviously you posted this in the group, but I'm really bringing this up just to give suggestions and for everyone here to go into the Facebook group and drop a comment on this, because there are many, many exercises that you can do with towels. There are many things you can do with just things around the house. You might not need any weights. So there's definitely modifications, and, you know, rather than redoing an entire program, there are a lot of great little things that you can do with just body weight just fine to at least get you consistent. Because one of the most important things about the 90-day dash is that you're doing it daily. So even if you're doing a swollen 7 or a couple swollen 7 mobility and then doing yoga on the other days, you're still doing that daily execution, which is the most important aspect of it. And a lot of the exercise, especially in the 90-day dash at the beginning, you don't need weights. You have a lot of stabilization training that is plenty taxing. So we can go into this more in depth, especially maybe on Monday in the accountability meeting, but definitely go and post up on this, fam, so we can move on to another post here. But just a little heads up that this post exists. So I know a lot of you have additional suggestions. We can continue the conversation there. So Evie, welcome, and we'll help you out. So make sure you go post on this one in the group. What's up, Mike? I found your platform seems to cover the most as far as actual fitness and makes it seem the most attainable by keeping it to the basics, because it's the things that actually people can change. You can change your identity. You can change who you are as a person if you focus on those fundamentals, if you focus on the pillars. And if you are not, if you're worried about what protein powder to take, if you're worried about whether to do an incline curl or a preacher curl, if you're wondering about whether you should be doing a 16-8 or an 18-6, those are really the things that don't matter as much. They don't matter as much as people think. And then people don't get enough sleep. They don't hydrate enough. They're not eating the right food. They're worried about when they're eating their food and how many calories they're consuming rather than what they're eating. Just people have it backwards. People have it backwards because what I'm doing is educating on hard fucking work and actually doing the shit that people don't want to do. It's habitual change. What everyone else is saying, oh, eat these things, do this, and count this. That just gets people hitting their head against a fucking wall. It doesn't give them any tools to actually improve all aspects of their life. It just gives them, a little piece of paper or a PDF to follow. Let me eat this with 6 ounces of this and then some of this. It's bullshit. It doesn't actually give you any tools. It doesn't educate you. You don't really learn anything about your body. And maybe you lose a little bit of weight, but you're still eating foods that are causing you bloating and migraines, and you're still fucking miserable. I just don't think it's effective. Nathan, what up? Nathan needs the fam. Here we go. Nathan, hey fam. I haven't posted on here for quite a while, and I'm quite reluctant to do so. I don't utilize pillar number 1 very well. Well, you are now. You are now. This may sound like rambling on or a rant that might not make any sense, and I do apologize. I feel that I haven't been doing well since this stay-at-home thing started. I work 2 jobs, one very early, 5:30 a.m. to around 10, and the other is graveyard shifts, but not on the same days. So my sleep cycle is messed up, and it's stressing me out. I'm tired. I'm slacking on my gains because of it. It's no excuse. I want to work out, meditate, and practice yoga, but I don't. Started eating cookies and muffins and cakes again, and started putting on a little weight. All I want to do really is when I wake up or have a day off is to watch TV, CBS All Access nowadays, big Star Trek fan, watching The Good Fight. Good show, by the way, because it helps me escape the realities we are in. I fell off the wagon. I know it's tougher for others, but it is tough. Not sure what help to ask for. I don't like to because I'm stubborn, but I'll take it. Rambling over. Sorry if this is all vague. Just needed to get this out. Thanks. Well, you came to the right place, and I think we need to discuss this one a little bit here. So this will probably be one of the last posts that we do. I want to raise this desk up a little bit. I'm tired of sitting. So first off, this post is available in the Swole Fam Facebook group. So if you didn't yet comment on this post, make sure that you go and do so even after we go live. So let's discuss this post. Okay. One of the problems with this situation is just the sleep. When you're not getting good sleep, it's going to fuck with your head big time. Now, I don't know how you all feel when you don't get consistent sleep, But once you do have consistent sleep, or once you've gotten consistent sleep and you're out of that funk, you're going to feel like you're dragging ass. You're going to have more cravings. So Nathan, for example, right here, when it says you're eating muffins and cookies, when you're exhausted, you're not going to make good choices. You're exhausted. Your cognitive function is not there. Your body is looking for survival. So you start going into instant gratification mode. Your body is exhausted and it's tired. So, but you can't sleep because you're at work. So if you're at work, your body is exhausted. Think about this. You're at work, your body is exhausted, but it needs instant gratification. You're not making good decisions. It kind of goes back to like that evolutionary brain. So what do? You crave sugar. You're exhausted, so you need energy. So what do? You grab some simple carbs. You grab some carbohydrates, and those carbohydrates give you that little boost. And they will give you a boost because it is a sugar boost. It will absorb into your bloodstream. You will get that little kick, but you're also getting in calories. Or you'll drink more coffee and blow out your adrenals. Or you'll drink an energy drink and you'll get the caffeine and you'll get the sugar and you'll get, right, the hydration that you probably need as well. So it's really hard to fight against poor sleep. It's really hard to fight against a night, a graveyard shift. D2H says, once I become an officer, those 16-hour shifts are going to be killer. Now, a lot of people, how many of you do graveyard shifts? Josh, I do notice a slight difference in sleep day to day, even though I'm really consistent. KP, I was chronically fatigued in college and was like a zombie. I was hardcore fatigued in college. I didn't realize at the time. I think back to it. I also had for a big part of it, I had crazy acne, and I had done Accutane after that, which pretty much that was a night and day. But my habits were terrible. I was lifting like crazy. So my testosterone was through the roof and I was lifting like crazy. I was getting terrible sleep. I was eating college food. I was bulking and stuff, but they had, the chicken that they had was like styrofoam chicken. Who the fuck knows was in it? So I was eating a lot of that stuff. I didn't have a lot of money. So I was eating canned chili. I was just doing the best I could, with what information So no doubt who knows what it would have been if I was eating as clean as I am now and the way I am now and I was sleeping better. Maybe I wouldn't have had those problems with my skin. But a lot of people get that. A lot of people get that when you're in college or when you're chronically sleep deprived. And what's the difference? I was up till 3, 4 o'clock and getting 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep, going to the gym, working out, just stressed from sleep, stressed from exercise, stressed from, it was just, our place was a mess. The apartment was gross. I lived in one of those suites and I had 5 other roommates and they were fucking slobs. I'm much better now than I ever have been in my life. I'm just I try to keep things a lot more neat now. For me, as long as things have a place to go, I'll put them back. If there's no place for something, it'll just end up somewhere and then it'll accumulate. But when I talk about, there's one thing by maybe being a little bit messy and being dirty. And my fucking roommates, they were dirty. It was gross. I've had some of these, we've talked about some of these things before. It was like nasty. Like well beyond when even a messy person would be, all right, this is fucking gross. I'm going to clean this. It was just so bad. Ugh. Ugh. A little brief reminder, if you haven't yet checked out episode 4 of the Swolenormous Procast, fam, make sure you go and check it out. It's live in Swole TV right now. Okay, so you can access episode 4 in Swole TV, and episode 5 is dropping Monday with brand new relaunch of Nuts on Chin Unplugged. So exclusive for Swole TV and for Swolenormous X members. So all memberships have access to Swole TV. So the Swolenormous Procast, new episode 4, the previous 3 will be uploaded soon. You can catch them on the main Swolenormous channel still. And I'm going to leave them there. I'm not going to delete them or anything. But those first 3 will be available there. And episode 5 drops on Monday. So if you haven't yet gone and watched it, remember, there's no like or dislike button in Swole TV, so make sure you drop a comment. You got to drop a comment, and I'll go through every one. So if you have a question or just some thoughts, just some feedback, make sure you go and check out Procast episode 4. And remember that a brand new Unplugged drops on Monday. I'll be announcing that during the accountability meeting. Super stoked for that. Super stoked. Yolanda, I had to change jobs because the lack of sleep was messing with my mental health. Not worth it to me. I agree. Do the best you can. Let me see here. Stephen Norris, graveyard shifts are one of the hardest things to overcome. You really have to force yourself to stick to a sleep pattern and blackout curtains. Yes. Yes on the blackout curtains. Absolutely. Jody can totally relate to that post, being cooped up like we are. Let me bring up that post again. Can be difficult to stay on track with sleep and eating. Thank you, Noemi. I appreciate it. The Procast is great. Loved it. How many of you caught that Procast? How many of you caught that Procast? Fucking fire, right? I loved it. I have the Procast lined up for sunbathing tomorrow. Yeah, I was so excited. Dropped it. I'm like, I was checking back to check for comments, and I'm like, I guess people need some time to actually listen to it or watch it because it's like, 2 hours? So it's much longer. If you don't know what the Procast is, it's long form conversation. I actually had a little preview at the end or towards the end of today's YouTube video for anyone that was interested in Swole TV. But one of the most exciting things about what's coming up and some of the new releases is that because of all the new content that we've been launching, I'm like super stoked to just fucking put out some awesome shit for Swole TV. So really going all in. There's just all bets are off, fam. Got a lot of shit coming. A lot of great shit coming. Super stoked. All right, we got some Swole card action. Dun, 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 dun. 7 pillars. We got some sexy Tess Hornaday. Action. Action, sexy beach. Look at that sexy beach. Look at that sexy beach. So let's get this party started. Let's get this pod started. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Hashtag 7 pillars. Who is going to win today's Swole card? 7 pillars. 7 pillars. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Sarah Armstrong. Why is it not showing? Congratulations. Very nice. Good for you. Congratulations. Congratulations, Sarah, for winning today's Swole card. Make sure, look at that sexy booty. Make sure you send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. And everyone, make sure that you, let me get back on the screen. Everyone say congratulations to Sarah. Sarah with an H. Sarah with an H, in case you don't know. Now you know, beaches. So congratulations. Y'all. Everyone say congratulations. Be nice. Be nice. Come on, you fucking babies.
Come on, stop whining.
Be nice. Be nice. So congratulations, Sarah. Congratulations. So send us an email to support@swolenormous.com with Swole card 1463 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email, and we'll get you out that Swole card ASA to the motherfucking P. And before you go, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Check this out. Brand new. Brand new, like nasty. Brand new, nasty apparel drops. Brand new, like the filthy of the filthy, the nasty of the nasty. So those of you that are unlimited members, I'm going to be sending you a text. I'll be sending you a text. Remember, I'll be sending you a text with your code. All right. For your apparel. Don't miss out on this. I'll be sending you a discount code. All right. So you can get that shit. Okay. And reminder that if you're interested in that, you can also, if you're on international Swole text, make sure that you reach out to our support staff for that link. If you don't see it in the announcements section, you'll also have in your Get Started series special link. So if it's not there, I'll be adding it there too in the Get Started series. So if you want to access the new gear, but awesome shit coming. So for those of you that are interested in the nasty, I'm so excited. All right. And brand new Nuts on Chin coming tomorrow. So if you didn't catch today's, go watch it. If you're going to watch the Procast, go watch the Procast and enjoy. And make sure, a reminder again, if you watch the Procast or if you watched it already, go and leave a comment. Go leave a comment. There's no like button. I don't even know if you fucking watched it. Fucking drop a comment and let Papa know what you thought. If you have any questions, topics you're interested in, and I'll be texting you all with the next drops and stuff and all the details with the apparel. All right. So nasty drop tomorrow. A nasty drop. Maybe the shirt will just, or maybe the gear will just say nasty and have a drop. Be like a nasty drop. You want a nasty drop? How about a nasty drop with a nasty drop shirt? The nasty drop is the nasty drop shirt. Am I blowing your fucking mind? Quantum realm? Yeah, you don't even know it. You don't even know what the fuck is going on. Quantum sick fucking gains. Thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 1463 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. And I'll see you tomorrow for 1464. Peace, McGee's, deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio, out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the